Fall is here, hear the yell. Back to school, ring the bell. Brand new shoes, walking blues. Climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
I've pressed record already, so
Oh, we're starting.
we just start whenever we want.
All right.
I don't have a planned intro or anything. So
Okay.
yeah, obviously we have the beginning. What's your name? What are you studying? Yeah, and then how do you feel about being in Chisan?
Can I just say before we get officially started
Sure.
that I'm actually really glad that you took the podcast
Thank you.
and hosted it yourself. Yeah, because I think it's really nice. We were chatting earlier, and I found out that you already recorded two people before me.
Yeah.
Now I took that personally.
Look, the timelines align, but yours will be uploaded first.
All right, so this
Yes.
so it's just there's no order. There's it's not correct order, but
Yeah, but
all right.
the,
No,
the official statement is today we have a guest
Mm-hmm.
who used to be the owner of the podcast and now is the guest whose episode shall be uploaded first.
well, thank you for that. I get to officially be the first guest according to the timeline.
Yes.
I really like what you did here.
And it's just feedback from the previous owner. Tell
no,
me more. Tell
no,
me more. I
no,
need
no.
to-
It's really different. First of all, you have a proper setup.
It's a podcast setup now.
Yeah, yeah. No, but what I'm saying is because when I did it, I didn't have a proper. There was no proper location. I couldn't even do it in my own room because I was just too much of a I was too shy to ask my roommate to
Yeah.
get out.
I've been blessed with my roommate. He doesn't
Yeah.
care.
To the listeners, is Farhan. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
No, Jawad's really nice. Jawad's my last year roommate. He was really nice, but I was too shy to even say yo, can I have the room for an
yeah.
hour or something? Yeah.
No,
I think I would just tell him beforehand, and he would yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was still shy to ask. But now you have a proper. It's in your room. You have a table,
Mm-hmm.
a proper table. It's not the Chisan desk. It's an actual table that you got for your you went out of your way to get it. And there's also a screen that has Chi Chums on air. It's proper. What's that? Joe Rogan or whatever.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to be the next Joe Rogan.
Hell
Eventually,
yeah.
give
I
it
like
10
I like
years.
I like what you've done with it.
Give
yeah,
it 10
hell
years.
yeah.
I also have my camera here just in case if I do want to go down the line of video. Set it right
Yeah,
here.
that's
have
really
the
great.
background.
And there's also 2 mics. Step up from the previous one. I only had 1 mic.
Yeah, well, this is my mic, and I borrowed one from you,
yeah,
so
I lent you.
I
my
might
mic.
have to buy it off of you. Just
I'll actually be going to the U.S. next semester. I'll be here.
oh, okay, I'm buying it off of you.
No,
then.
no, you can just borrow it. You don't need to buy it as long as I get back. It's fine, really. I wasn't gonna use it for anything.
Oh, lovely, calm,
Yeah.
amazing. So, podcast. Let's get started.
Right.
What's your name? Where are you from? What are you studying? And how do you feel about being in Chisan?
Okay. My name is Brian Mikael Cheng. What's the second question?
Where are you from?
Where am I from? That's always been a difficult question to answer. I feel like.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of Hong Kongers can relate. I'm half Filipino, half Chinese. I was born in the Philippines.
Okay.
And if you were to ask me that question, I guess 6 to 7, maybe not 6. That's a bit too much. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I
Yeah.
would probably set out from the Philippines. But now I would say I'm from Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
Just
So
'cause-
just within the last few years,
Yeah,
you feel
I started to really like the city, and it's sort of when people say they're from Hong Kong, they're not. It doesn't I feel like ethnicity doesn't matter at that point
true
because
because
there's
it's
so much people from Hong Kong,
yeah.
from all over the world that it just everyone's from Hong Kong.
Mostly, yeah.
On some level, yeah.
Okay. And then we'll get more into that later. But
All right.
what do you study?
I'm currently in my 3rd year of journalism,
Ooh.
which is I did not expect to get in. I'm getting some positive feedback from.
Oh yeah, we also have a
Background
live audience today.
There's an audience.
Just yeah. I mean, this is probably the first and the last time we're gonna have a live audience.
No,
So
I kind of like it. Yeah.
it's
It's
nice.
a-
It's not as tense. They just talk.
Yeah, it's always nice. It's always better to have more people. More the merrier.
Yeah, but journalism.
That was I don't even know how to say it, like a last minute decision. You're studying architecture.
Yes, sir.
You chose architecture. Was that always like in your mind?
No, it was Asian stereotypes, engineering, but you get the
Really?
shoulder nudge, do engineering, but I'm like, I can't do engineering. I'll do architecture. But guess what? It's if hard, like on the same level, if not harder. Like
Right.
it's just the amount of hours you have to put into it is crazy. But yeah, so journalism wasn't your first choice.
No.
It was a last minute choice.
It was a last minute change,
Right.
and it was, as you said, stereotypical Asians thing. So a bit just tried to smack his friend. It was apparently card flipping.
Well, there's a lot of
uh,
distraction in the background.
No, it's fine. I was talking about ADHD with my colleague this morning. I apparently had ADHD, and I didn't really understand it.
Your
But-
colleague had ADHD.
Yeah, he has ADHD.
Had or has?
Oh, sorry, I meant like he still has it.
He
He's-
okay
he was
okay.
diagnosed
I
with it.
didn't.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell. I don't know if it's like an obvious thing to notice about ADHD.
I feel like
but-
it's more of a joke to us than anything. If someone
wouldn't
just
say
like
that.
fidgeting around for no reason, just quiet down, man.
No, he wouldn't be fidgeting around, but like he would just. He just seems like I wouldn't know he had ADHD until he told me.
Okay.
Sort of,
Okay.
Anyway, sidetracked a little bit there.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All good.
Symptoms of ADHD.
Maybe you should get checked.
Maybe
Just
I should get diagnosed. Who knows? Where was I? What was the question again?
Last minute choice.
It was a last minute choice. Yeah, because the last up until high school, I've just been following whatever my brother took.
You have an older brother.
I have an older brother. His name is Ira. Very good guy. Sometimes. But I just like whatever he chose.
Yeah.
Because did he take DSC or he took IB?
I took IB.
Well, in DSC you have like 2 or 3 if you're like really smart. You have 2 or 3 choices for your electives, and then there's like I think out of 8 or like 7 or 6 that you could choose from, and I chose whatever my brother chose just because. Oh,
Yeah,
you know.
he did it. I'll do
He
it.
did it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's that sort of mentality. And then he got into HKU engineering. And then I was like, okay. And then like when I was choosing my choices for the whatever university, I was like, oh, I asked him, what are you doing? He's like, I'm doing engineering HKU. Okay, I'll do that. And then it was
Just like that, you know.
Yeah,
It's just,
it was
yeah.
just like that. It was just like whatever he's doing, I'll do it because like so that I don't even need to sort of, think about it, I guess. And then what happened was I was having a conversation with one of his friends. I'm not gonna name the name, but it was like a last minute conversation. Like I remember it was like the night, or maybe 2 nights before. Like you have to confirm.
Yeah.
And then I just randomly asked before like we ended the conversation. I was like, oh, you're studying HKU, right? What are you studying? I was like, oh, I'm studying journalism. And he was like, oh, okay. And then we literally walked away, and I was like, and then I just thought to myself, that sounds kind of fun.
That
Okay, I'll do
quickly?
it. I literally like I changed it last minute, and it was such a dumb decision.
That's a proper last minute.
It was really
decision.
last minute. It was also a dumb decision because I did not have enough points.
Oh.
I don't know how
Yeah,
IB
I
does
get
it,
you,
but,
I get you,
DSE
like,
need
yeah.
a certain number of points for you
Yeah.
to like guarantee your choice. I didn't have enough. I was barely even in the lower quartile, but I managed to get in.
Hey,
So,
it's okay.
And so far, I enjoy it. Hey,
Well,
bro.
you're in year 3, so
Yeah. Well, it can't change it
you've
now.
gone through a lot for you having like
No,
if you
but
didn't enjoy it, it'd be kind of commendable for you to be this far along.
to go this long. No, but also I feel like it didn't really matter what I chose on some level because I felt
Yeah.
like I would learn how to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like it really at the back of my mind, I think that's also why I was able to last minute switch.
Because you weren't always like fully set on it. Yeah, just like.
No, it was more of like because I really felt like it didn't really matter what I chose.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
That's
okay.
kind of why I was able to switch last minute.
Yeah. So how old is your brother?
He's 2 years older than me. How old
Okay.
am I? I'm 21. 21 plus 2, 20. 23.
Yes.
I was gonna say 24.
Thank God you didn't take math.
As you can
23,
tell, I
yes.
didn't want to take engineering for
Yeah.
a reason.
Yeah. And he's already graduated.
He's
and
graduated and he's working now.
He's working. Is he like working in a? With still doing engineering? And
Yeah, he's like in a logistics firm. I kind of missed him not, because after he graduated, he was kind of like, he didn't have the job until like months later, and then what I would call him around the house was just like my parents would call him a graduate, but I just called him officially unemployed.
Oh no! Oh no!
And I kind of miss calling him that. It was kind of funny. And now
That's
he has
just
a job.
sad.
Like, oh,
Calling your
shit.
own brother jobless.
He has a job now. I can't talk to him that way anymore.
Yeah. So what's the next question? How do you feel about being in Chi Chums?
How do I feel about being cheesy?
That's a very broad question, so we can talk a lot about it. You've been here how many years? 3? Did you live in Chi Chums since the start?
What's the definition of? No, I was not
Like,
here in year 1.
year
I was
one,
here in
yeah.
year 2, and it was like I guess it was also a sort of last minute decision.
Okay.
I was getting into dorms, or like I really liked the idea. Like,
So
I was
year 1 you
interested in
didn't have
the idea.
dorm.
No, year 1 I didn't have, and also I found out that even if I wanted to get into GSUN, I couldn't, because they don't let locals in.
Yeah,
year
locals,
1
yeah.
unless you're a med student. I think I'm not
Something
sure.
like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I was looking into dorms, and then I remember, and then I was talking to this like a close friend of mine. Her name's Callista. She's actually in the dorm.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, you met her?
No. I
Anyway, yeah, we're a good friend of mine. And then I just asked her, by chance, do you know any dorms? And she's like, oh, I'm in one.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, which one? She's son. And I was like asking about like, oh, how is it? You know, and all that stuff. And I kind of thought, well, I kind of feel like it also didn't matter what dorm I got in.
Yeah, I mean...
It's kind of the same with the major. It didn't really matter which one I got in.
Yeah.
I would learn to enjoy it. And so I just thought, well, I'd rather get into a dorm or at least know somebody.
Yeah.
So, I got into Chi Sun because of her, and it's been great. Yeah.
Nice. Lovely. I mean, you've been here since year 2, and you're just into year 3. So just a year and a half you've been in
It's
Chi Chums.
really not that long if you
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah, I mean, year and a half. Thank God you started this podcast, and now I have it. Thank you very much.
It was actually her idea.
Oh, was it?
It was her idea who sort of got... I was going to say that got the ball rolling, but I don't think that's the right term. No, but it was just her idea. I forgot how it started, but we were just talking, and then I was like thinking, because like in the lifts,
Yeah.
like, start your own thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if they
yeah.
still have that, but I remember when I first got in, that was like one of the posters, start your own thing. And then I was like talking to her about it because like apparently you need to do stuff.
Yeah,
to be
for
readmitted.
readmission.
And I was like, if I start my own
No,
thing,
we do it for the college community,
right,
not for
we
readmission.
do it for the college.
We do it for the
community.
betterment and the well-being of the community.
Right,
Yes.
right on, brother.
Exactly.
Anyway, I love the college. Anyway, we're talking, and then eventually, I think it was her. It was her who said, "How about a podcast?" Or like, or like, I've always wanted to do a podcast. And then I was like, that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense with the college
Yeah.
core values or whatever.
Yeah.
I Googled it or whatever. And then the original idea of Chi Chums was supposed to be I really wanted her to be the co-host because it kind of made sense.
I was gonna ask that, like, why didn't you go two hosts?
That's really what I wanted because it kind of also made sense, a boy and a girl. Not to
Yeah.
be sexist, but it kind of it was just nice to like ease people into it.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah,
inviting.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's more inviting, more friendly, and for like, and then I was basically doing it. I was like doing all the things that you were doing, like pitching, doing all the freaking posters and all that. And I think I don't really know the exact details of her end, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say she got a little bit anxious about it and backed out.
I mean, it happens. I mean, not everyone is very.
No, I got it.
Willing
Yeah.
to be like hosting a podcast. Being a guest is fine, but hosting is different. You have to think about a lot of things. But
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah, I mean, the podcast still happened, so
Yeah.
How do okay?
No, I'm not like I'm not like, what's the word? it's not blaming, but I'm not putting anything against
Yeah,
on
yeah,
her.
yeah, I get you.
I'm just saying that's just kind of how it turned out.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
that happens.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you how did you come up with Chi Chums? 'Cause-
The idea, I kind of like it. I'm kind of out that.
no, it's a good name. I like it.
I'm
it's
pretty
a very
proud of
it's a
the
very
name,
good
Chi
name.
Chums, yeah.
I just want to know
It was,
how you
I
came up
remember
with it.
exactly how it came about. It was in during like some CC. Like I was taking my CCGL.
Oh right, yeah.
Year 2 sem, I forgot, but I was
Yeah.
taking my CCGL, and then it was such a boring class, and I was just doing like the Chi Chums, like because you had to pitch,
Yeah.
and I was like thinking of different names like Chi Sun, so it has to be like something catchy and something like
Yeah.
rememberable.
Yeah, yeah,
And then one of the it was like for some reason the word like a shark was in my brain. I
Sorry,
don't know
a
why.
what?
The fish, a shark.
Oh, shark.
Yeah, like I was just
Okay.
thinking of sharks. I think it was like Megalodon the movie just came out, I think, at that time.
Oh.
Or something, but I just had the like sharks in my mind, and I was like drawing in class because I normally
Oh,
do
so
that.
chums is from like the.
And I was like, no, I was drawing like teeth and looked like like chump, like I was like thinking of chump, like
Oh,
a chomp,
chomp.
and then that's kind of where it came. Like,
Chi-
Chi
oh.
Chums, oh shit, chums,
Oh.
chums, Chi Chums.
Chums, yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's a very
So-
suitable word. Yeah.
So this podcast wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the megalodon.
That's a crazy backstory. I mean, it's
It's
interesting.
nothing to do with the megalodon, but it's just kind of how it came out that way.
No, I'm happy it did. I haven't exactly done anything in terms of creating the podcast. I've just taken upon the responsibility of hosting it.
Oh,
And then
okay.
I haven't.
Can I ask what have they asked you to do so far?
Yeah, sure. I mean, after we spoke at the very, very beginning of the semester, where you just said, "No, do you want the podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
I forgot how the conversation came about.
Oh, we were just in the pantry.
But like, surely I didn't ask you to do it because I don't think I would like
No.
ask anybody.
No.
Not that I didn't think you were capable. I just think
I
it
asked
was, It was
first.
a lot of responsibility.
Yeah,
To do it.
no,
You asked to do it?
No.
Or-
I walked in the pantry. My roommate, he said, "Oh, that's the previous owner of the podcast," and I knew the podcast already existed because someone from my high school
Oh right.
did the first episode of Chi Chums, Coco.
Coco? Yeah.
Yeah, Coco did the first
Not
episode.
here
So
anymore, but- yeah, I remember. her, Yeah,
I knew about the podcast from there, and then my roommate's like, "Yo, this is the guy that owns the podcast," and then I said hi, and we spoke,
I
and then
remember But how did it go up?
and
to,
then
like,
I just
me giving it to you.
said like, "Oh, so like, how do you do the podcast?"
Oh, and then I said I'm
and
not
then
doing it.
yeah, he's just like,
Oh,
"I'm not
yeah.
doing it," and then, "Do you want to do it?" I'm like, sure, I'll do
Yeah.
it. Why not?" And then I mean, from there on, you spoke to the other Brian,
Yeah, and
who's
yeah.
like the creative arts
Yeah,
like manager, like
the other Brian.
yeah. And then he asked me to come to a meeting with all the other like club like openers and whatnot. Just sat in a room, talked about a meeting, and then I had no clue what was going on. That's because it was like the night after I spoke to you.
Oh, that was that quick.
Yeah, I mean, and because they had the meeting planned earlier, and I was just the last minute.
I remember. I kind of.
Yeah.
Very foggy.
I was
memories
the
of
last
this.
minute addition, and I just sat there like I have no clue what I'm doing. I just got told I need to do a podcast. That's all I know. So they're like, "Oh, don't worry, don't stress. Take your time. You gotta do, just think about what you want to do with the podcast, and then eventually, like down the line, we'll tell you what to do."
Mhm.
And then other Brian, he told me like, "I need a poster. Just write an email, like a notice thing." And yeah, that's it, and just send it to him. It's not that complicated. So anyone who wants to open up a club, an event, or anything, just talk to Brian.
Well,
If-
I don't know if it's just Brian.
No,
I think
no,
there's
it
like other people.
depends on the tutor because they all do it in different departments. If it's like anything creative or like arts
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that, talk to Brian.
I think you had a friend. I forgot his name, but like we both like a lot of rock music. He wanted to do like a. Rock.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I forgot his name. I see him around though. Forgot his
yeah.
name.
I don't know.
You don't know his name? What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. Brian's.
No, your friend, your high school friend. Is
Oh
now-
Oh, that dude. I thought you meant Brian's friend.
No, yeah.
Oh, Harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harsh has been.
You forgot
yeah.
your own friend's
No,
name.
no. I thought you were talking about some other dude like who's Brian's friend.
Oh,
No.
no.
Yeah, no. Harsh has been trying to open up a music like
Yeah.
band or some sort of thing. But yeah, I mean,
Hopefully he does it. Well, I'm not gonna be here if he does. Unfortunately.
yeah. No, but they're doing one in Chunheng now. They have like a musical.
Yeah, it seems like Shenheng and also New College. No,
Yeah.
no, Lapchi. Sorry, Lapchi. Because Lapchi is the one with the music room.
Yeah, we don't have music facilities, so it's gonna be difficult to
We
start
have a
up.
piano,
It doesn't
and I don't really like where it's placed. It's placed in the
theater room.
theater room.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I actually didn't continue the podcast was because I wanted to do like, I was wanted to learn the piano, so I wanted to use more
More time.
free time
Yeah.
doing that, and I had a lot of I had a lot of free time this semester. This was like my chillest semester ever. I only had 4 courses, one of which I could even barely count as a course because there was no workload.
Was it
So
a
it was
CC or?
No, it was an American study course, but there was like only one final paper at the end, and then that was it.
Oh, okay, that's
So like
amazing.
it really just felt like 3 courses. So I had a lot of free time. I learned.
So you could have done the podcast.
Nah, I could have. I really wanted to, but I did. I wanted to do other stuff. I wanted
Yeah,
to,
that's understandable.
Yeah, I wanted to learn the piano. I did a lot of painting.
Painting,
when I was
yeah,
here,
I keep seeing you painting on your stories and stuff. Yeah, you've done
no,
you've done a lot.
I think for a time I like hanged
It's on the boards
I
outside.
hanged it outside
Yeah.
in the lobby.
If you ever come to the 6th floor on Chi Chums, you'll see Brian's paintings and
I
drawings.
took it down right.
Are they done now?
Yeah, because I'm
All
going
of them?
back. Yeah.
Keep it up. Let people see.
Well, I kind of want to bring it home. And, you know,
Oh
hang it
yeah,
in my
true.
own-
Scan it and put it on.
Scan it. Just
Scan it
have
and
like
put
a,
it on. We gotta advertise some talent on 6th floor. Our boards are empty.
Yeah,
we
it's
have
pretty
nothing
empty.
on.
It's
The
just
other
like
floors they have like
name-
at least stickers on. We have
names
nothing.
Of previous floor mates on the whiteboard. Or whatever.
Yeah, we don't have anything. We don't decorate. We like other floors. They're like you walk in. There's like a bit of color, a bit of decoration. Our floor is nothing. It's empty. It's empty. It's our the only thing is our pantry is full.
Oh yeah,
Our
it's definitely
pantry is
full, I'll
just
say that.
always stacked with random stuff. Like you go one floor up on the 7th floor. Like Harsh lives on the 7th floor. His pantry empty. Not a
They're
single.
clean. They're a clean floor.
There's not a single bowl in sight.
They're a clean floor.
I think so. Yeah.
Can you confirm this, Farhan? Have you been to the seventh floor?
I've been to. You should see 9th floor. It's completely empty. Like
Yeah.
clean nothing.
Are you talking about the fridge or like?
Like
No, we're not dirty. We just got a lot of belongings.
like literally everything's like spotless and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
We're not dirty.
Oh,
We
shit,
just
on
we
our
just
floor.
have a lot of
Actually, now
stuff.
that you mention it, we're not dirty. Yeah.
We have a lot of
No, we're
stuff.
not dirty,
There's too
we
much
just have a lot of
stuff.
Like
Yeah.
yeah. Shit on our floor.
You know, there's one of the guys. One of the I forgot his name. I forgot his name. But like he was like one of my neighbor. He moved out literally because of the pantry. I
Wait,
think.
what? Our pantry?
Yeah, I think he couldn't handle like all the stuff there or something.
What do you mean? Just live.
I don't ever forget his name. I wasn't really that close with him.
I don't have a.
But I just remember he asked me about swimming because like he saw me in the swimming team.
Oh.
Whatever. Yeah, I didn't really talk to him. I barely saw him around. Yeah.
I don't have a single belonging in the pantry.
Well, you're barely here, but from what
I live here.
No, but Farhan tells me you're like, especially in the weekends, you're gone.
Yeah, I'm gone over the weekends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, the rest of the weekdays I stay here. But I still don't do anything. I order food. I just order food. I come in at night, order food, eat, sleep, go back to studio in the morning. That's my life.
Architecture student life.
Yeah.
Have you ate in Hometown Dumpling?
What? Where's
It's the best noodle shop
that? In K-Town.
No, it's not in K-Town. It's in HQ. But you can take a tram in K-Town. I took a tram last night.
In HKU.
It's HQ station, not in HQ.
Oh, okay. Like near Exit B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so good for no reason, and I think that how it came about was, like me and my friends would usually like have lunch after a certain class because it ends at lunchtime, and then like we went to this place, and then it wasn't Hometown Dumpling, but two people who went to two of my friends who went to Hometown Dumpling, they kept moaning and complaining the whole time, saying like, we could have just go. Why don't we just go to Hometown Dumpling? It's basically the same thing but better. And then for like every it was very funny because like every minor inconvenience that the restaurant had, they would say this wouldn't happen in Hometown Dumpling.
They're just complaining the
So
whole
like next
time.
week we're like, okay, we kind of have to go.
Yeah.
Because they're hyping it so much, and even with our expectations really high, he's thirsty. Even with our expectations really high, it was like really good food. Yeah, I went there.
Hometown Dumpling
Yeah.
is in Exit B.
Well, they'll find it. They'll find it. They have Google Maps. The audience has Google Maps. It's
True.
Hometown Dumpling.
It's also this is also like a great platform to give advice for just anyone listening in, like I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot of like international like exchange students that listen into a podcast
Oh,
because they're
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I went on like a date with a girl. She's from. I'm not gonna say too much.
yeah, of course you can say the name. I'll bleep it out.
No, I'm not gonna identify her out
Okay.
of respect. But I'll say that she's not from Hong Kong. I'll say that.
Okay.
And then the only plan was we're supposed to have dinner.
Okay.
That was it.
Right.
I didn't plan that much, and that's kind of on me, but whatever.
Bad.
And after that, I was like, oh, do you want to like walk around the Kennedy Town Pier?
Right.
We just ate around here, and then like around Kennedy Town, and then out of nowhere I hear the ding ding, the tram. I was like,
Oh.
oh my god! I was like, oh shit! Do you want to take the tram?
That's a
like,
good idea.
'cause, like,
Trams are nice.
Trams are nice.
They're good vibes.
And then I personally really like the tram.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then she didn't know what it was because she's
Oh,
never been to
she's
Hong
not
Kong.
from Hong Kong. Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
been to Hong Kong. She's like, okay. She's like, I didn't know what her tone, like, if she wanted to go on it. And then as we were walking, I was like thinking, oh god, I don't think this is a good idea anymore. Because like,
Why not?
if she doesn't like it,
Oh.
then we're kind of trapped.
Then
Trams
you're
are
just-
really slow,
Yeah.
so you're kind of like trapped.
It's a bit like
and it, yeah, and
letting you bleed out.
yeah,
It just
yeah. And then like if she didn't
Painful
like it, I was just,
death.
like screwed. And then we got on the tram. We went like you walk up to the freaking upper deck.
Yeah.
And then I was like looking at her reaction the whole time. I was like, please God, please God, please God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then her face just immediately like lights up. I was
Oh,
like,
that's
yes.
amazing. That's good. That's so good. But I feel like everyone's gonna enjoy a tram.
No, yeah, I was gonna say if you're
Yeah.
new in Hong Kong and I think the best way to see Hong Kong Island
It's a staple. Yeah.
just take the tram from one end to the other.
Yeah,
and then you
the
can
whole
really see
ride,
the whole
yeah.
of Hong Kong Island.
You gotta see it all. Like
Yeah.
it genuinely covers a lot of ground.
It
and
is.
It's like it's a good pace to be seeing everything. Like you can notice a lot of stuff. Like yeah, cool. You can see where the buildings are, but you can also see like interactions with people and stuff. That's the nice bit.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I started. I say this stuff because I'm doing architecture.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say like, you're probably noticing more of architecture building.
This stuff
than
most
I'm
people
doing
won't
with you.
notice, but like I've built up an eye for it. Like I spent the entirety of first year doing this. Like one of our workshops that we had was called People, and we had to observe people in different scales. So the first workshop was within like just one person, like some sort of motion they're doing or like some action they're doing. Like I remember a group they like analyzed a person's hand as they have a cigarette, like the whole motion of like smoking it, ashing it, and everything.
Oh,
And then the second
is this
stage,
architecture?
I'm telling you, it's abstract. This is
What?
year one.
How is
Year one architecture is abstract.
Smoking.
And then the second phase was like you look at an interaction between two people. So it could be between like a vendor, so like a buyer and a seller. It could be two friends talking. It could be someone having coffee with someone else. So we just all went around Hong Kong just finding these instances and recording it. And then
Yeah, I recorded.
we record it. We like start doing drawings. We see how when someone moves a certain part of their body, how much space that occupies. So it's like kind of taking the scientific element and making it artistic. Scientific element of like ergonomics and anthropometrics and all this, but making it artistic and making drawings out of it. And then the third portion of the workshop was like you look at a whole city,
Right.
just an entire city. And one of our final like products of that workshop was creating like a nearly like 10-meter long drawing of just portions of the city that we noticed and then compiled into one. So it looks like we've taken parts of the city that we've seen from our perspective and then created our own city with using this long strip of drawing. It's very abstract to think about, but like after you do all that for a whole semester.
Wow, and that's like the
Y-
core. Like you have to take this before
Yeah.
you take any other architecture course.
Yeah,
So
I mean
like year one.
that's called studio. That's one of our required. That's one of our only required courses. It's called design. You just the entirety of year one is abstract. Like it's fully abstract. You just play around. You just get into the rhythm of doing things that aren't strictly architecture, but it gets you into the field of doing design, which then you apply to architecture in year two, which is what I'm doing now. Yeah.
That's really cool. I was-
It's not what anyone expects. That's what it is.
and it's photographs mostly that you like. Or
Yeah,
you
photographs,
drawing?
videos, drawings, sketches, like digital drawings, 3D modeling, everything. We do everything. Like we do sculpting, we do like concrete casting. Yeah, I mean, there's really no bounds. We do woodworking, metalworking, whatever comes to mind, we do it. And yeah, I mean, we've been blessed with a really good faculty, really good like facilities.
Yeah, I've been to the architecture
Yeah, the
lab
Knowles
once.
building. Yeah,
The no. Oh, is that what it's called? I don't remember.
Knowles
I
building.
just remember
Yeah.
literally like, it's like it's very clean,
Yes.
and there's just one area where just a bunch of sort of models,
Yes.
like popsicle stick. I don't know if they're
Yeah, yeah,
popsicle
yeah.
stick,
Like the bridge.
they're everywhere on the
Yes.
floor, and you're like, wow, look at that! Oh, look at all
Yeah.
that! Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that building it's the faculty building, so it's all the years, all the departments.
Does any of that
Everyone.
get thrown away?
Oh yeah, most
Surely
of
it
it.
gets like, it's taking up a lot of space. I'll say that.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about it. Every year we have like 80 students making hundreds of models,
Right.
like from small scale to bigger scale. So you just like
So do you throw them? Do you throw them when you're done? Like,
it depends.
what
It
happens to the
depends
models?
because by the end of the semester there's a thing called a public forum,
Okay.
and public forum is essentially like an open house. But some students get their project selected by their teacher, so the teacher might select your project, and then your project gets displayed in the public forum. So you get to choose what gets displayed, which drawings and which models best describe your idea and your concept. So then those models and drawings get kept just for future reference and display, but everything else is your responsibility. You take it home, you throw it away, all you. But the idea is that you just document it and then you throw it away. By documenting, you like take pictures with like proper studio pictures, like with lighting and everything, and then put it in your portfolio. That's how you keep it alive, and then throw the actual model away. Yeah, that's the whole process essentially.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should have gone into architecture.
No,
Jesus
don't
Christ.
say that. Everyone says that. No one actually wants to do
I
that.
don't know. It sounds pretty artsy. That sounds pretty fun.
It is artsy, but it takes too much of your time. Like, yeah, this whole process, it's nice. It's like doesn't seem as hard as like studying for hours in a day, but for us to show this work we're doing, we have to do the work, and doing the work is it's painful because just for reference, this semester we like within the first 3 weeks we had to make like 40 to 50 models, and they're like it's meant to be like
Four,
one
like 4-0.
4-0, yes, like they're not big models but like 1 to 200 scale.
And they're made of what?
It could be foam, wood,
Oh, your
like
choice.
yeah, just like
Whatever you can
yeah.
gather.
Twigs, because we also have to think about materiality, right? So you have to think about whether you want to do it in foam, wood, like does that describe the idea better, or would wood be more accurate and whatnot? It just there's a lot of things to think about. So there's designing the models, there's actually making the models, and then there's talking about the models, and these are like this big, like a 10 cm by 10 cm square,
Okay.
and it's just like 40 of these models within the first 3 weeks. So there's just a ton of just, and alongside those, each of those drawings need each of those models need supplementary drawings, and the drawings have to be either sketched or digitally drawn. So there's just a whole process, and by the time you're done with those 40 models, it takes up a lot of your time. So yeah, I mean, it's not exactly like intense in terms of a lot of brain power and a lot of thinking. It's just intense in terms of man hours, because it takes time to do all that. Because you don't want to build a model that's just doesn't portray any of your ideas. Like it has to be somewhat representative of your idea.
So did you have any like free time on your own?
Free time was whenever I left studio, came back to dorm,
That's like
and
night already. That's
and didn't decide to sleep. Whenever I didn't sleep was my free time.
Okay.
That's what it was.
So every other university student.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I mean, this semester I've been a lot more what's the word? Lenient, a lot more lackluster.
With your workload or what?
With my workload. I decided not to be so harsh on myself because last year I spent way too many overnights and I didn't have dorm. So like if it went past like 11 p.m. and I was still working in studio, I'd be like, screw it, I'm just gonna stay in studio overnight and work. But I did way too many of those, and I got burnt out way too much. So I'm just like, this semester I'm gonna take it easy.
Yeah. And you're doing the podcast. You think you have time to do it next semester?
Yeah, no, yeah, I
'Cause
definitely.
that's probably when it starts. Because
Yeah.
you finally got it officiated.
Yeah, like
So
getting it started was like the most.
I would say, yeah, with my experience, getting it
Yeah.
started was like 80% of the work.
Yeah, doing like hosting
Maybe even
itself, it's not
90%,
that
yeah.
like I don't find it that intense. It's just getting it all set up. Like it took me so
So I
long
think it's
to.
great that you have an actual setup. I just
Yeah.
go from like room to room, whatever's available.
Yeah, no, I keep it. I want it to be like proper, like environment,
Fixed environment.
fixed, so that people know this is the Chi Chums
Right?
podcast.
Fixed background voice. Right?
Exactly. Well, no, these two are not going to be here at all times. You're just going to hear a very slight slight what in the background. I might edit the audio so you just can't hear anything.
How much editing are you planning to do? How much of this is
not
gonna
much.
get in?
Probably everything.
Oh really?
I'm not being too like.
That was one of the reasons why I didn't want to do it. The editing was just kind of boring.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing much like editing. I'm probably just gonna edit like audio levels and like just make sure there's not too much like noise in the background and whatnot. But overall, it's just playing around with the audio. I'm not gonna cut it up too much unless obviously the guest asks me to.
Right.
I said this thing, I don't want it to be in it, so maybe cut it out. I'll do it. So
Out of respect.
yeah, just like I don't want to put something on that doesn't need to be on the podcast. So yeah.
No, actually, I think that's great that you leave most of it unedited. The original idea, I don't know if I mentioned this anywhere, but the original idea from Chi Chums was actually supposed to be always held on the 29th floor.
29th. Why? How? Where? Where in 20? When?
You never been to that's the laundry area. It's
Yeah.
the 29th floor.
You want to do
No.
it in the laundry?
No, because how it also came about was I mentioned that Calista was the one who got the idea, and then it kind of also started because we just hang out in the we used to hang out a lot in the 29th floor,
Right.
and we just talk there and like play tunes or whatever because I usually bring my guitar up there,
Oh, okay. That's
and
nice.
then like because I didn't really think of I couldn't think of or I guess we couldn't think of a proper sort of place, so we just thought, how about the laundry room? Just like having a conversation in the 29th floor. That sounds kind of good. Yeah. Albeit there'd be a lot of.
Or you
like,
could have asked
noise
Flora.
going on. Yeah.
Yo, can we just borrow your room like for an hour once a week? I think she'd be. I would love to get Flora on the podcast.
Yeah, you should.
I'd
That'd be really awesome.
That's
Yeah.
like a goal that I have for this podcast. If by the time I leave Chi-san,
If you didn't get her on,
if I don't get her on, I have
you
not.
failed.
I have
You
failed. Yes.
failed.
I wish to have Flora on. So Flora, if you're listening, you are
Please
more
come
than
on.
welcome. But no, I mean, I want to talk to you about like. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna ask. I'm not a very good host.
No, I think you're doing fine, honestly. You're doing really well.
What was I gonna ask? Oh, the like idea with the podcast and. Oh yes. This is So this is my thought process. That's just speaking
Lay
out
it
loud.
out, brother.
So no, what I was gonna ask is the guitar. So the original podcast that you did, there was an intro. There was a guitar bit that
And a
you
singing bit,
played, and then the singing
It
bit.
was done by my previous roommate Jawad. Yeah.
Yes, previous roommate Jawad. Yes,
Are you gonna add that in? I wonder. I gave you.
I
All the
have
files.
access to all of
Yeah,
it.
I gave you all the files.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just have the intro separately, so I'm not gonna like have.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Jawad singing. I want that in because I feel like that's the classic.
That's
That's
classic.
classic Chi Chums. Yeah, I have to have Jawad
That's
singing.
funny. What's funny about that was he can sing really well. No, I'm serious. He can really sing. He can really sing very well.
So what happened?
No, but the thing was the moment like he could sing the song really well, even perfectly, I would say. But the moment I would start playing the guitar, he would just mess up. I
Oh,
don't know
no.
why. So what happened? What I had to do was I had to like he had to
Record
sing
the
it
vocals
separately,
separately, yeah.
and then play while listening,
Yeah.
and then record it, and then put it together into one
He
track.
doesn't have the Mamba mentality. If you say that, he's gonna get super pissed.
Okay, I'll show you.
Yeah. But what's the intro, the one that Jawad sang?
Fall is here.
Yeah, the
here we
song.
go.
Where is that from?
There's no copyright for that. Don't worry. No, that's just,
Where I don't know what song that is.
it's a song from a band called the White Stripes.
The white. Oh, wait.
They did Seven Nation.
Yeah,
Army.
that White Stripes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Da-
really? Okay.
They did. That was also one of the songs I really like. It's the most wholesome, sweet song ever, which is literally.
What's it called?
I can tell we're gonna be friends.
I can tell we're gonna be friends.
And that kind of fits perfectly with the podcast.
Okay, perfect.
You need to take that. Your phone's ringing.
No, it's fine. I called that friend many hours ago, and now she's returning it. So I'm not gonna pick it up.
Yeah, I just really like that song, and it kind of, especially
It
the first
matches.
bit.
I
The
like
first bit
it.
matches like, fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very suitable song for this, but it's. I wasn't expecting it to be the White Stripes.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, you heard of
'cause-
the band, but you just didn't know.
Yeah, I know the band, and I only know it from Seven Nation Army. So I would be like, this is
That's
not
what
a
most
song
people
that
know the band from. Yeah.
I would not
Seven
expect
Nation
them to make that song. So they just caught me off guard a little bit. But yeah,
Great song.
it's that is definitely gonna be the intro.
You
I-
don't want to change it up? You can do whatever you want.
No,
You
no,
can make
no.
it a Taylor Swift song. as well.
No, where's the fun in that? I want to embarrass one of my
Come on, you don't
Bangladeshi
wanna-
brothers.
You don't want to. You want to be you want to get the Swifties on board. I've been listening to a lot of Taylor Swift recently. I don't know.
What's your
all I do
favorite so
know-
far? What's your like
I've been,
most
I've
listened
been, I've
to?
been listening like nonstop to State of Grace. Is that the
State of
song?
Grace. I don't know. I'm not much of a music man.
I don't remember. I've been listening to Mean, just because I like the banjo part. I was like, oh my god, she has a banjo. I didn't know she uses a banjo. And I only been listening to it because there's what is it? There's this girl that I'm sort of seeing,
Ooh.
and then she's a Swiftie.
Name drop? Name drop?
No.
Name drop.
No surprise there. I haven't met a girl who's not a Swiftie. And then,
Most girls are Swifties, right?
and I didn't really get it. I mean, she's a.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna anger the entire.
Do you want me
page.
to cut this?
Nah, that's alright.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
leaving anyway. No. Taylor Swift has really good songs, but I never really got the obsession with it.
She's not gonna listen to this, right?
Oh no, she's not a fan of anything I do.
No.
She's not a fan at all. I'll say that. But I think it's good songs, really good songs. But I never understood the extreme obsession with it, like her specifically.
Taylor Swift.
Because I would understand people who are obsessed with bands.
Yeah.
Because it's a group.
Yeah,
and
like
there's
there's like a.
But I guess it's her story. I don't really know.
What's the Taylor Swift story? I don't know anything about Taylor Swift.
Something I don't know.
What did
but,
she do?
But it's like just like I know there's one with legal
Danny.
issues.
Do you know what Taylor Swift did?
Are you a Swiftie? Is anyone in this room a Swiftie?
Are you a Swiftie, Vic?
Are you stupid?
I have no.
Is it what's his name?
Travis Scott.
No, what?
Kanye West made
Can't-
her famous.
What?
What?
Made her
The
famous.
song famous by Kanye West, and she's in like.
Oh, they duo
said
this.
shit about her.
They duo their.
Oh.
I don't know. Collab.
Oh yeah.
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 Kanye West and Travis Kelce made her famous.
Yes. I saw that meme.
Oh, it's a meme. I don't even know.
That meme started like rising up recently.
Yeah.
That Taylor
It's
Swift
became a
got
meme.
put on the map by this person or whatever. I don't know. And like this is the one like field that I lack in the most, music.
Really?
I have-
No, but wait, hold on. I remember early on we had a conversation. You said you played like bass.
I play the bass, yes, but I'm not a musical man.
What do you mean? You play the bass? Is
I'm-
that
I
really
d- I
musical
don't-
enough?
Look, I picked up the bass many years ago in school, in middle school. I picked it up because it was the easiest instrument that I had access
Objectively,
to.
it's easy.
Yeah.
It can be quite hard.
It can be quite hard. It can be very hard, but it's the easiest to pick up in my opinion. I picked it up because I was in a band that everyone that
What is your band name?
no, because we had like school like music classes,
Uh-huh.
and in the music classes we'd be told to like pick a song out of these four, and
What were your options?
I think that was the reggae unit. So
Reggae.
it was just like different Bob Marley songs.
Okay, that's
And
pretty lit. Okay.
our group chose Three Little Birds.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay,
we already had
that's a good song.
we already had someone on the piano, someone on the guitar, someone singing, and I was in the group. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't play instruments. Like the only instrument I played before this was a recorder. I
Everyone
was
picked
pretty
up
good
a
at the recorder.
I love the recorder. Yeah.
We had a thing called recorder karate.
Karate?
Yeah, like recorder. Like you'd gain belts. It was just a piece of string that you could attach at the end of the recorder.
What?
But this in my this in
This is in your school. You had like.
no, this is in my school
different-
back in Bangladesh,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see. But
and then came to
you
Hong
had
Kong.
belts for your karate.
Yeah. I still have that exact recorder with all the belts. I reached black
It's like
belt.
medals, like war medals.
Yeah, I have black belt. I was the best in the class.
That's
And then I came to
hilarious.
Hong Kong. I'm like, I can't play any instruments. I've forgotten everything. So I picked up the bass because that's what was available. I'm like, yo, this is easy. And obviously, Three Little Birds, for anyone that knows how to play bass, is one of the easiest songs.
Yeah.
It's like 3 notes. Just do, do, do. Do, 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 do,
Exactly.
do, do.
No,
That's
but
it.
Bass players are the coolest people in the band, I would say.
Are they?
They I don't know if they like carry the
They're,
song.
they're very underrated.
They're underrated,
Yeah.
but without them,
It doesn't
the
hit
whole
the same.
song does not
It doesn't
slap.
That's
I would
that's
say.
why I got hooked
It does
onto
not
it because
slap.
I'm like, damn, like we started off with reggae and bass is a huge thing in reggae, so I'm like, I already know it's very significant in this one whole genre of music. So then I started looking into other genres. I'm like, damn, you take away the bass, it doesn't sound as like full. There's no oomph
Yeah.
to it. You add bass, there's just different vibes, different feels to it. So I'm like, okay, I'll start playing songs I like. Stand By Me, next easiest song I learned.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's
John
just
Lennon.
a few notes. I used to watch Davey 504.
They-
That's where I
504.
like properly started like just slapping away on the bass. Just seeing him, I'm like, I want to learn that. And I didn't even look at like notes. I didn't look at tablature or anything. I just looked at his videos, see where his fingers were placed.
And it's pretty easy in the
And I
bass because
should-
there's only
yeah.
4 strings.
Yeah, I just learned
As a
off of the
guitar, you're
videos.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's on. What string is he on?
But I
What is that?
never went further than that. Like, yes, I know different techniques. I know how to slap. I know how to like tap. I know how to do everything. But I don't play as much. I play songs that I already know. and
No, I
don't
think that's great.
explore-
Great.
No.
The static?
No. We're back. Yes, we should be.
Hello,
Yes, we are back.
people of the world.
We are back. Yes. Okay, there's just a bit of a technical difficulty. Hopefully, by the time I export this audio, it's still listenable.
You still hear the static?
I mean,
You said there were like static issues.
I do hear static a little bit, but I don't know why. But I feel like no, because if I go into a different format of looking at the audio, the static goes away. So I think there's just a bug in the software. But if not, do you think it's worth just uploading with the static?
Yeah, it's fine.
No one's gonna
I mean-
watch it, right?
No one listens to this. From my
Exactly.
experience.
This is just for a record to show that yes, I did in fact do this. But yes, where were we? Oh, we're talking about music. Or unless you want to talk about Ronaldo now.
Yeah, while you were fixing the audio shit, we were talking about like sports players and how young they retire or old. I don't know. 38 is the retirement age. I think that's quite young.
For sports, yeah, because you're not in your prime anymore. By the time you're like in your mid-30s,
Yeah, but like
physically you're not in your prime.
Yeah, but like what do you do for like the next 60 years? 60
You
or 50
chill
years?
with the millions of dollars you've
That's so
made in the
boring.
15 years you
You're
played.
So young. I don't know.
You play for 15 years, make billions, and just chill.
I don't know how this is gonna sound to listen. I don't even remember what like we cut off on.
Last thing I said was
You
I
remember?
I don't play that much bass.
Okay.
That's the last thing I said before the technical difficulty and possibly still going on.
Right.
So I don't know, but yeah, I mean, this is even though this is like my third recording, it's still sounding like my first because it sounds so amateur. Just
I want to say that.
yeah,
Who were if you don't mind me asking, who were the first two again?
first one I recorded was a girl called Paulina.
Was she international?
Yeah, she's year 1 from Russia.
Exchange or what?
No, like
Oh, I just asked.
just year 1, yeah. And then the second one was Daniel, your roommate.
You did my roommate before me.
Look, you said
Dang,
8 to
I
9
forced it
p.m.
on.
Okay, it's just,
No,
I
it's
would
okay.
I came here at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's fine. No, I was joking. No, it's completely fine. It's all calm.
It's okay. This is getting released first, so even if it is shit, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, we mostly just talked about podcast, because this is kind of like a. Oh, well, what's the way of saying it? Like, I'm taking over the throne now. What's like? How do you say that?
I'm passing on the crown.
Yeah, passing on the crown.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what's happening. So
Mantle.
yeah, so
I'm sworn in you in.
yeah, Brian was the previous owner, and now it's me. So yeah,
And I was saying, I'm being completely honest. I think you're the best candidate so far. Yeah.
oh yes, let's go.
You're very
Yes.
I don't know if anybody notices, but when I see a bid in like whatever like high table dinner like just like she's on like gathering her friends. He's very sociable.
Yeah,
He
I
knows
talk
how
to
to
anyone and
socialize.
everyone. Like
Yeah,
I
he
don't
knows
care
how to
who.
socialize, so no regrets in choosing him. Yeah.
Lovely, thank you very much. I promise I didn't pay you to say that. I did not. I
You're
did not
handing
do
me a
that.
$20 bill right now.
No. This is why I need video, man. This is why I'm gonna set up video so there's like no one can think I'm bullshitting.
No, but that's a great thing about the podcast. You could probably just describe or say anything you want, and
Yeah.
people will believe you. I'm actually like 8 feet tall, and I'm like, yeah,
You're 8 feet tall.
I'm 8 feet tall. Anyone
Oh, his roommate is a hump.
who've never seen me, I'm 8 feet tall and I have a huge cock.
Oh. Thank God that's at the end of the podcast. No one's gonna reach the end.
This is the part where all the tutors sign out.
Yeah,
listen to
they
the
left.
first-
They left 30 minutes
Listen
ago,
to the first 10 to 20
just to
minutes
make
and
sure
then
that we actually did the podcast.
get all the
Yes.
clean stuff in there, then
Yeah.
towards the end you just say whatever you want.
Yeah.
I
So,
was
so
actually
now
gonna
you
ask
just
you,
let out all the slurs with all the tutors. Every problem you have with them, just let it out.
I was actually going to ask you, because I kind of had this issue when I was doing it. Where do you draw the line?
Personally,
I
nowhere.
just try to like, what's the word? Change it back to like not.
Yeah,
not
no,
forcibly, but
you
like-
have the power to like control the conversation.
Yeah.
So obviously you don't pick up conversation topics that might lead down that road. So I feel like that's the only power I have. If someone does start saying anything, I just be like, okay, let's just back it down. Like Joe said in a friendly way, just that's a bit too far. Just come back.
Okay.
But that's it.
I
Like I
gotta
don't-
see how well.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's essentially the idea of this podcast. We'll see what happens.
Alright.
That-
So,
that's
but for
it.
now, I can talk about anything.
Let's that's
During the summer, I went to a brothel.
a what?
You know what's a brothel?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it does.
It's like a. I don't know what it does.
What's a brothel?
I wonder what it does.
What it does? What is a brothel?
I don't know what it is.
Based on the word brothel, why don't you make an educated guess on what a brothel does?
I've heard it before. I genuinely have no clue.
I don't know how to put it lightly, but it's
No.
it's for
Brothel is where people go to play. Just play sports. Yeah, just do exercises basically.
What, the gym?
Yeah, kind of. It's like a very special kind of gym.
Huh?
It's a very special kind of
Chicken broth.
yeah, it's like a soup.
Right.
No, it's like a whorehouse. I don't really know how to put it.
Oh! Oh no!
Yeah. It's
What,
like,
all by yourself, just out and
no,
about?
no, it was like a random sort of thing. Because my friend from the Philippines came back.
Do you want this to be in the podcast?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, fine. You went to a brothel. Lovely.
Entertaining, yeah.
Nice.
Go brothel.
Cool.
Going on exchange, no one can hold him to it.
True.
No, but genuinely, I don't mind. I mean, I tell this to everybody anyway. They're like, you went to a brothel?
You
And,
learn something new every day.
Yeah, my friend from the Philippines came. And he was telling me this story about, like, his friend. I have no idea who he is, but his friend who went to Hong Kong. Went to Hong Kong specifically to go to the brothel. 'Cause I don't even know, because I don't even know if, like, Hong Kong's, like, known for that. I'd rather go to Europe, if anything.
Hong Kong's a boring place.
I guess it's, like, the Asian. I don't know, Japan, probably even better. But anyway.
Yeah. I'm tempted to
so-
just end it on you being to a brothel.
Just ended there.
Yes.
Long story short, I went to a brothel with my friend and my brother. He was there.
And your brother!
Yeah. It was quite an
Best
experience.
money I ever spent.
Oh
No,
no.
we didn't. Obviously, we didn't like do anything.
Obviously, we didn't pay.
We just went to look around because I was genuinely intrigued. Like, I've always heard of them and read about them.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen them in the movies,
Do it
but
for
I've
the
never been to
experience, yeah.
So I was like genuinely intrigued. Like, how does it work? There's like one chai. I don't know if it's the most famous one, but it's the one that my friend knew. Fuji Apartments. You can
Lovely.
Google this. It doesn't look like anything from the outside. It just looks like a normal apartment building.
And you
But-
go in.
But I guess you could kind of guess because the only people standing in line are like guys.
Guys, yeah.
So there's only one elevator, and then
I kind of want to go now.
it's quite an experience.
just to experience, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then I couldn't. I mean, obviously, I couldn't tell what the girls were thinking,
Oh,
but they seemed quite sort of entertained by me, because they could tell we weren't there for serious business.
Yeah.
Like we were
You
kids.
were kids. Yeah,
We were
just
kids.
messing
we were
around.
Like, we were just like giggling.
Yeah.
So like I think us, because like all the other guys there, they were so serious.
Right.
They
They were there for one reason
they
and
would
one
not
reason
look
only.
anyone- yeah, they're there for a reason and for one reason only. They would not look anyone in the eye. You could tell there were like some bit of a sense of shame of them being there.
Yeah.
Like oh, I don't want to be here, but I kind of want to.
Yeah.
Sort of feeling like you could sense it from them.
I shouldn't be here, but I like
shouldn't
being
be
here.
but I'm here. So like us giggling and laughing about the whole idea, like some of the girls were like laughing as well.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, that's not that bad
I
then.
mean, they could just do that just because just to put on a show, but
Yeah.
we were having fun. They were having fun. So I don't
That's
really
good.
know,
Lovely.
It was
Great
a
story.
Great experience, yeah.
Everyone should go to a brothel.
It's an experience.
You come into Chi Chums, that's
You
like
don't
an
have to do anything.
initiation
Just check it
process.
out, yeah.
You should go to a brothel.
I'm gonna say like a museum, but it's kind of degrading.
Oh
so-
no, museum. That's not a very good
That's
word
not
to
a very
use.
good
Yeah,
word. I
no.
apologize. That's a
Yeah.
wrong word to use it.
Yeah.
But, just check it out. Anyway.
Yeah. Any last words? Any last advice to me or the listeners?
I would say this is going out to people with Chi Sun, right?
Sure.
Advice to you. I think you're doing a great job, really.
Thank you.
I think you can really manage this. I don't think I need to tell you anything that you don't already know. I guess the audio. I don't know what's going on there, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure you'll figure that out along
that's a
the
bit
way.
of a technical difficulty there.
And honestly, if you could just manage this, like the
Yes.
setup, if you could just continue this, it would be great. Because my biggest issue was I never had a stable
Yeah.
place to record. It was like I was like a nomad. I was traveling from place to place.
Yeah, that's why I made sure I have a place like
Yeah.
it's there. I can do it.
Yeah, so
So-
people listening in, this is a step up from what if you've been on the podcast before,
You kicked me out last time.
right? Because he's doing it in his room and Farhan's here, and I guess you would kick Farhan out if you could.
Yeah. When there's a guest that
You're not
is
super
a
familiar with
complete stranger to me, I'd definitely kick Farhan out. Because it's also very tense on them. It's very
Yeah.
demanding off of them because they're like, I don't know any of these people in this room. How am I meant to speak freely?
Yeah.
Whereas if it's one person, you can just speak nicely. It's fine.
Yeah.
Less tense.
Well, sorry you have to deal with that, Farhan.
It's only for an hour. You're fine.
And people listening. Yeah, I think it's really. It's something you should really try. Just speak whatever you want. I don't know how strict you are with the questions, but I didn't really follow them. In fact, I kind of just had them there because the college wanted to have a proper format.
Yeah.
With the questions, but I didn't really care if I followed them.
Questions are just like icebreakers. There's conversation starters, and then you just go wherever.
Yeah.
It's fine. Well, thank you very much, Brian,
Thank you
for being on the
Thank
podcast.
you for having me. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yes, hopefully I can get this audio problem sorted. If not, people are just gonna listen to the staticky bullshit that it is.
Is it that bad though?
You can understand the
But
words.
It's just annoying.
It's just
It just adds character. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was originally supposed to be done in the 29th floor. Where there's a bunch of like.
just washing machines and dryers going off. But yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's not bad.
No, I mean, yes. Thank you very much for creating this podcast, and thank you for giving it to me. I shall cherish this.
I look forward to seeing.
Definitely not for the readmission.
I look forward to seeing the final products for all of it, and so far it's doing much better than.
Well, not really. You can't.
Bro, you had like 3 guests in like how many days?
This is Brian.
already-
I'm gonna take it back when I come back from the change.
I'm using a voice changer right now.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming in.
My pleasure.
Yes.